Ever wondered what pushes people to the absolute edge? We're not just talking about breaking records. We're talking about staring death in the face and not blinking. These are the most dangerous world records ever attempted, feats so perilous that one tiny mistake could mean the end. From scaling impossible heights to plunging into crushing depths, these stories will redefine what you think is humanly possible. First up, imagine standing at the base of El Capitan in Yosemite National Park. It's a sheer 3,000-foot wall of granite. Now imagine climbing it with nothing but your bare hands and a small bag of chalk. No ropes, no harnesses, no safety gear. That's exactly what Alex Honnold did in 2017. For nearly 4 hours, he was in a state of absolute focus, where a single misplaced finger or a moment of doubt would have sent him plummeting to his death. This feat, known as free solo climbing, is the pinnacle of high-stakes athleticism. Every move had to be perfect. He had rehearsed the climb for years, memorizing thousands of hand and foot placements. The physical strength required is immense, but it's the mental fortitude that's truly mind-boggling. To silence the fear, to control every breath, to exist purely in the moment for that long is a level of mastery few will ever know. It wasn't just a climb. It was a life or death dance on a vertical stage. From dizzying heights, let's plunge into the crushing abyss of the deep sea. The world record for the deepest scuba dive is a terrifying journey into darkness. In 2014, Ahmet Gabor descended to a staggering 1,090 feet in the Red Sea. To put that in perspective, that's deeper than the height of the Eiffel Tower. The descent itself took only about 15 minutes, but the journey back to the surface was a grueling 14-hour marathon. Why so long? Ascending too quickly from such depths will cause the compressed gases in his body to expand, leading to a fatal condition known as the bends. The pressure at that depth is immense, over 35 times greater than at the surface, capable of crushing a human body. He faced the risk of nitrogen narcosis, which can cause hallucinations and impaired judgment, a death sentence when you're 1,000 feet underwater. It's a world of absolute silence and blackness, where you are completely alone with the knowledge that your survival depends on your equipment and your unwavering calm. Now, let's switch from crushing pressure to freezing cold. Imagine submerging your entire body, up to your neck, in a container filled with ice. How long do you think you could last? A few seconds? Maybe a minute? The world record holder Wim Hof, also known as the Iceman, lasted for an incredible 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 42 seconds. Doctors stood by, monitoring his core body temperature, fully expecting it to drop to life-threatening levels. Normally, such prolonged exposure would lead to severe hypothermia, frostbite, and eventually cardiac arrest. But Hof has trained his body and mind to withstand these extreme conditions using a specific breathing technique. He claims he can consciously control his immune system and autonomic nervous system, something long thought to be impossible. While he sat there, seemingly calm amidst the ice, his body was in a state of intense internal struggle, fighting to generate heat and keep his vital organs functioning. It's a testament to the untapped power of the human mind over the body. If freezing in place isn't your idea of a thrill, how about hurtling across the desert at speeds that would make a jet jealous? The land speed record on a motorcycle is one of the most dangerous pursuits on the planet. In 2010, Rocky Robinson strapped himself into a custom-built streamliner called the Ack Attack and blasted across the Bonneville, Salt Flats in Utah. He reached an average speed of 376.363 miles per hour. At that velocity, the world becomes a blur. The slightest bump, a gust of wind, or a minor mechanical failure would result in a catastrophic, unsurvivable crash. The tires are under immense stress, spinning so fast they're on the verge of disintegrating. The rider's reaction time has to be instantaneous. There's no room for error, no second chances. It's a pure, adrenaline-fueled quest for speed, pushing the very limits of engineering and human courage. The vehicle isn't just a motorcycle. It's a land-based missile with a person inside, riding the fine line between a world record and total obliteration. From horizontal speed to vertical repetition, let's look to the skies. Skydiving is an extreme sport on its own, but what about doing it over and over and over again? In 2006, Jay Stokes set the record for the most skydives in a single 24-hour period. He jumped out of a plane an astonishing 640 times. This wasn't just about courage. It was an extreme endurance challenge. A team of volunteers worked tirelessly on the ground, packing his parachutes in minutes, while pilots flew in perfect formation to get him back up to altitude as quickly as possible. Stokes faced incredible physical and mental fatigue. He had to fight off exhaustion, dehydration, and the constant risk of gear malfunction or a bad landing. Each jump, from exit to landing, had to be executed with precision. Just imagine the repetitive stress on the body and the mental strain of facing that free fall hundreds of times in one day. It's a record that combines the thrill of skydiving with the grueling nature of an ultramarathon. From the rush of falling through the air, we move to the stillness of holding your breath. The official record for the longest time holding one's breath underwater, known as static apnea, is a feat of extreme physiological control. In 2016, Alik Segura Vendrell held his breath for an incredible 24 minutes and 3.45 seconds. Now, before he did this, he was allowed to breathe pure oxygen for about 10 minutes, which saturates the body's tissues and allows for a longer breath hold. But even with that advantage, the challenge is immense. As the minutes tick by, the body's urge to breathe becomes an overwhelming, agonizing scream. Carbon dioxide builds up in the blood, triggering painful diaphragm contractions. The athlete must use meditation and mental techniques to override these primal survival instincts. They enter a trance-like state, slowing their heart rate to conserve every last molecule of oxygen. It's a battle fought entirely within the mind, pushing the absolute boundaries of human physiology. One moment of lost focus could lead to blacking out underwater, with potentially fatal consequences. Finally, we return to the sky, but this time on a wire just 1 inch thick. The highest tightrope walk is a record that combines unbelievable balance with nerves of steel. In 1974, Philippe Petit performed this famous, albeit illegal, walk between the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City. He was over 1,350 feet in the air, with no safety net and no harness. For 45 minutes, he didn't just walk. He danced, he lay down on the wire, and he saluted the crowds below. He and his team had to sneak heavy equipment to the rooftops and rig the cable in the middle of the night. On the wire, he faced not just the terrifying height, but also the unpredictable wind gusts that swirled between the massive towers. Every step was a calculated risk. It was a performance that transcended sport and became art, a beautiful, audacious act of rebellion against the laws of gravity and society. It was a moment of pure, terrifying freedom, suspended between two giants of the modern world. From the peak of El Capitan to the crushing depths of the ocean, from the freezing ice to the blistering speed of the salt flats, these individuals have shown us what humanity is capable of. They are driven by a desire to explore the limits of their own potential, to do what others deem impossible. They risk everything: their comfort, their safety, their very lives for a moment of glory, for a line in a record book. It makes you wonder, what is that fire inside them that burns so brightly? Would you ever attempt something so dangerous? Let me know in the comments below. A huge thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. Your support is what makes these videos possible, and it truly means the world to me. If you're new here and you enjoyed this look into the world's most dangerous records, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.